everyone, so today I am 34 weeks pregnant, and one of the big things on my to-do list was to make some freezer meals this month to get in the freezer so that after I have my C-section and I don't want to cook, they are there and ready for either crock pot or stove for my husband or somebody to make really quickly and easily. So Operation Freezer Meal has started, and I'm going to show you a little bit of what I'm doing. Okay, so here is my table. I have decided to do just a couple a week so that it doesn't cost a whole lot of money, and you know, like at one time I'm not like buying ingredients for 20 billion things, and it's not too much work for me. So what I have set out are some of the dry ingredients, canned ingredients for a couple of meals. I'm doing 2 bags of tacos. This is a recipe my mom gave me a long time ago. It's just a stovetop recipe. It's not really a freezer recipe, but hey, why not? So this morning I made these little labels on my computer, just the name of the dish, the directions either to thaw it or like some other ones say cook frozen in the crock pot. And then it gives the stovetop directions for this one, crock pot directions for other ones, and then any serving directions and stuff. So that's simple enough for even my husband to pull out. So I'm going to make 2 of those. So I've got my cans together. I've got my meat in the fridge, and I have to get my seasonings out. This is ham and scallop potatoes. It is a crock pot recipe, but not a freezer meal recipe. So we'll see how that does. But I got my potatoes ready to cut. This is chicken broccoli rice casserole. I will link this below. This is from Money Saving Mom. This particular recipe will make 4 freezer bags. Each freezer bag goes into an 8x8 pan, or 2 of them in a 9x13. So I'm going to make a 9x13 for dinner tonight, and then I'm going to put the extras, the remaining other half, in 2 of these bags with directions to use the 8x8 because we won't need really leftovers. So there's my cans and my rice. I had done a Pampered Chef workshop, and I have a couple of leftovers. There was one we really liked, the brown sugar balsamic pork tenderloin. So I just need to find some cherry balsamic vinegar or something similar and put that together. Sorry, I'm so out of breath. A friend of mine has the blog, and I will put up her post to a whole bunch of recipes. A couple of them that I thought sounded delicious were creamy Italian chicken. So we've got some of the ingredients for that. Creamy ranch chicken, and there's the stuff for that. And then this I found, I'm going to see if I can remember which place I found this one. But this is cheesy garlic chicken, and it makes 2 bags. And most of these are just pretty simple. They're not really healthy for you, as you can see. Lots of cream of chicken, cream of mushroom type stuff, but it's easy. Then this is a stack of bags over here for things I'll make in the coming weeks. I'm going to do some pot roast. There's 2 bags for that. Off my friend's site, some chicken taco bowls and chicken fajitas. I'm going to be adapting those recipes because I'm not a big fan of spices. And then also off her site, the chicken Rigatoni Alfredo, which takes a little more work because you have to put stuff in it after it's cooking. But they all sound super delicious, and I'm excited to have this stuff in my freezer. Now I'm going to show you. My freezer is tiny, so I have been actually cleaning out and trying to make space so that I can stack them as much as possible. We'll see how that works. I will show you when I get them in there. So that's step 1, is just putting all the bags together and getting some of the dry ingredients, and I'm gonna do a little bit of the fresh ingredients and see how many of these I can put together. And I'll show you when I have them together. So here I'm putting together the taco soup. I've got my ingredients. Like I said, I'm going to make 2 separate bags, but they take taco sauce and the seasonings and everything. So I'm going to mix each batch separately in the bowl and then put the bowl into the bag, just to make it simple. I've already browned my beef and it has onion mixed into it. And this has actually been frozen, so I took it out of the freezer already. So I'll just split that in half into them and they'll be ready to go into the freezer. Yay! Simple enough. So here's a tip: if you have a bunch of liquid or soup or something and you're trying to get it into a bag, don't try to do it out here on the counter. Put the bag in something and then pour it right in and it won't spill all over the place. So here is what our taco soup looks like. It is nice and flat. Perfect. I just put a paper towel down here just in case something leaks, but so far so good. And here is our completed cheesy garlic chicken. This is basically just kind of, there's only one whole chicken breast and I cut it into 4 little pieces. And it's basically, you serve it with either pasta, it's just angel hair pasta, or mashed potatoes or something. It's just kind of a side with veggies and just a little bit like a meat sauce over something with some veggies and some bread and stuff. So that is that. So it is stacking up. Woohoo! And here is the chicken broccoli rice casserole. This is the last one that I'm doing today. I only got 3 done today. I am exhausted. There we go. We got dinner and we have 2 more dinners ready for later. And now I'm going to take a break. And tomorrow I have to go grocery shopping for a few more things for some other ones, and then I will do some more. So I've gotten a couple more done here. This is the brown sugar balsamic pork tenderloin from the Pampered Chef recipe. Super easy. This is creamy Italian chicken, which is linked below. And creamy ranch chicken, which is also linked below. Those are pretty much the same recipe, just different soups, different seasonings. Really easy. So let's take a look at what they look inside my freezer. So it is stacking up, and I definitely I have more to make and they're not all going to fit there, so we're going to see what we can do over here or down there to make more room, because these things take up quite a bit of space, but man, am I going to be grateful for them. Here's our chicken rigatoni Alfredo. So there are a couple things that do have to be added to this one later on, so you have to have like broccoli and then the pasta and cream cheese, but that's the main piece. Here's today's ham and scallop potatoes. Like I had said before, this is a recipe that is a crock pot recipe, but it's not a freezer meal recipe. So I did not use the full amount. I just kind of cut up a couple of potatoes, cut up a little bit of ham, a little bit of onion, a little bit of cheese, throw it all in. So that is ready to go, and then I doubled up, kind of split the recipe and have half of it in the crock pot for dinner tonight. Woohoo! So again, double duty is the way it works. And currently this is my freezer. I am running out of room, which is so sad. But there's a few things that I'm gonna kind of eat up in here, and hopefully we'll give a little bit more room. These 2 huge bags were Pampered Chef recipes, so I might actually even use those beforehand just because they're taking up so much room. So yeah, that's the freezer. This is my pot roast. This is definitely the most labor-intensive one since we had to cut our potatoes and our carrots and our meat. But I really like this recipe. It makes 2 bags, and then I actually had a little bit extra meat and some extra potatoes and carrots that I cut up, and then I just, you know, threw some extra into the crock pot for tonight. So there's dinner for tonight, plus 2 bags. So I'm really happy with that, And we're almost done. And the final 2 meals, this is chicken taco bowls in there. And over here, I've got my chicken fajitas. Now, both of these recipes I will have linked below. And these recipes are both heavy on the spice. So if you love spice, go for it. I cut back majorly. I didn't do bell peppers. I only did like half an onion. Just skip some of these spices altogether. Like, yeah, definitely not doing the full amount. And this is the final culmination of what my freezer looks like. I actually have 3 bags, I believe, that I actually took to my mom's house to give me a little bit extra room here in my freezer. So I took the second bag of like taco soup, chicken rice casserole, and the garlic chicken. And then everything else is here. So that is super exciting. The final part of this project was to type up a menu that I can just post on my fridge and have my husband and family members see everything that is in there. And so I have it by the main dishes, the crock pot, things that take like 3 to 4 hours, which is most everything. One thing that takes crock pot 6+ hours, the taco soup that's on the stovetop, the oven, the chicken broccoli casserole that's supposed to go in the oven. Altogether, I made 15 bags. Now, some of these, I believe 4 of them actually have 2 bags in there. But that is 15 crockpot or stovetop or oven freezer meals done. Whew. Some of them have like serving suggestions, so I just put little notes, serve with rice and veggies, serve with green beans, serve with pasta, serve with tortillas, whatever else, so that they can quickly grab that and look at that. And then I made a sides, some suggestions for some bread we can have, some veggies that I have, either canned vegetables or frozen vegetables that are in the freezer. Sides like rice, mashed potatoes, pasta, and then a list of very easy meals that can be made out of things in the cupboard or the fridge. And then this isn't a part of the freezer meals, but I did also make kind of a list of perishable food that if somebody wants to go grocery shopping for us, some fruits we like, some vegetables, dairy products, bread products, things people can pick up for us. I actually already have a little stash of just small bills that we can give people to go and do some grocery shopping for us if they so feel the desire to do that. So I am feeling pretty prepared now, knowing that we will not starve. Also, it's not a part of the freezer meals, but I've done some stockpiling of pastas, rice, staples, lots of canned soups, veggies, more soups, all kinds of stuff. The cupboards are full, the fridge is full, the freezer is full. We should be good to go. So that was my freezer meals adventure, and I have to say most of them were really, really easy. Like super easy. Open a can of soup, dump it in, put some meat in. There you go. Some of them were a little bit harder, but all in all, I think we're going to come away with some meals that we really, really like and that I'm going to continue to make because freezer meals are so easy and my crock pot is my best friend. Yes, yes it is. I love cooking with my crock pot because I don't really enjoy cooking tremendously as it is. And I am tired, and I know that when she comes, I don't feel like cooking now, so I'm using it a lot, and I'm not going to feel like cooking after she comes. So that was my freezer meals adventure. Like I said, I'm going to link everything that I can that is an online recipe. I'm going to have linked below. Let me know what your favorite freezer meals are. Send me links, send me more because I want to make more. But definitely let me know if you have any favorites out there. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye. She coming, you know.